Okay, all right, Roman. So now that we've covered that information, what I'd like to get into, I know that it looks like it's Mr. Rogers' story time. It's not. I simply use this book so that I make sure that I stay on point, and also we maximize the time that we have here together. My goal is to get you to understand the home buying process from A to Z. Very similar to the whole ordering a pizza on Domino's. You get to see where your pizza is in the pizza making process. I want to make sure you fully understand and you're fully educated about what we're discussing today, which is getting you into a brand new home. So I'll make sure that I talk about the realities. What does it look like to own a home in today's market? What's the WIFM, right? What's in it for me when I purchase a home, specifically through Nationwide? I'll make sure that I talk to you about our strategy for success here. And I'm confident that at the end of our discussion here, you're going to be comfortable making a decision when it comes to buying a home.
Great.
I'm sure as you were contemplating the idea of purchasing a home, you probably started to think about all of these questions like, what does it look like when we actually start to search for homes? And is there a database that we use? Do I need somebody to represent me? What does that look like? Is there some sort of an agreement that we need to sign? So I'll make sure that I cover all of this information with you today. But if at any point you have a question, something isn't clear, feel free to interrupt me. This is a collaborative discussion, although it's kind of mixed in with story time at the same time.
Okay, awesome.
We're good?
Sure, we're good.
Okay, sounds good. So I've been working with clients in the past, and when I've worked with them in the past, they've brought some concerns to me, but now I know that I actually have some data to support this. And there was a survey done nationally, and in this survey, we found two common concerns when it comes from clients. One of them is that they're being shown way too many homes, and then it starts to become more of a frustrating situation. And then the second thing is that they felt that their agent didn't really listen to what their needs were. So, when you think about it, though, there are currently over 5,000 homes for sale in just our area alone.
Wow.
Now, while this looks like a crazy number, and these are all of the properties that we'll kind of search through and filter to find the best one for you today, to me, that's not so much the crazy part. What the crazy part is for me is that really it's only one out of every 50 homes that's actually being advertised as a home that's up for sale, or if there's even any signage for it as far as open houses being available. So what this means is you're probably driving down the road, you're passing by through what would be potentially the house for you today, and you wouldn't even know it because there's no signs, it's not being marketed. Now, why the heck would I bring you all of the concerns? Because I have a solution for you.
Great.
And what I want to talk to you about is that here at Nationwide, we have a database. But this database that we have is not only maintained at a national level, but it's maintained at an international level as well, maximizing the property search that we have available to us. So in other words, as soon as there's a property that becomes available for sale, whether or not it's being advertised, I get notified instantly. Now, the great thing about this is that it could be somebody perhaps that's working with Century 21 or Remax. Doesn't really matter. I don't really care because I know that we'll have access to that right away. And as you and I become partners in this adventure, guess what? I'll also make sure that you also have access to the same database of information so that you can also look for properties and have them available at your fingertips. Keep one thing in mind, right? Currently, right now, inventory is at an all-time low. Houses are being sold like crazy fast. I'll give you an example. I have a house in Tustin that I put up for sale. I did an open house on a Sunday a couple of weeks ago. By Wednesday, we were already in escrow.
Wow.
That is just how quickly the market is moving with us. Not only that, but here with Nationwide, we've been in the business for quite some time now, and we have a reputation for bringing in serious, great buyers. What that means is that we have also a deep agent portfolio. How that helps you is because we have brokerages, other agents that are giving us a call, letting us know, hey, I know that you always bring in the best buyers. I have a house. It's not on the market just yet. Do you have anybody that's looking in XYZ area? So what that means for you is that, guess what? The more connections that we have, the better for you because it allows us to beat the crowds when it comes to finding what's going to be the best home for you.
Oh, nice.
How does that sound so far?
That sounds great.
That's what I say so too. I'm excited about this. Now, as we begin to partner through this whole thing together, I want you to keep in mind there's 3 different ways on how we can strategize to find what's going to be the best best home for you. And I want to find out which one's going to be the most comfortable for you.
Okay.
First, we have the industry standard, right? This is where I will look at that database. I'll search through some properties. I will filter them, and then I'll schedule some showings. I'll take you to go see the homes, and then you tell me which one you like. I will write the offer. The second one, this is the partnership strategy. I like to see this more like flying solo. What I mean is I will look for the properties. I'll send them to you. I'll even send you some virtual tours that you can do. You can then take a look at some of those homes, decide if you like any of them. You might even find the perfect one for you based on that virtual tour. You let me know which one you want me to write an offer, and I will do that.
Okay.
And then the last one is the collaboration strategy. Now, the collaboration strategy, this is where I will use the database. I will search. I will filter based on the criteria that we discussed earlier today. Not only that, but remember I said you'll also have access to this database. Any homes that you see that you also say, you know what, Anna, I drove by this house today. I want to see if it's available. Or I found this one on the app that I was using. I'll also make sure that we take a look at those homes as well. We'll go through these homes together, and then based on the one that fits your needs today, then we will go ahead and write an offer. So which one of these do you think would be the best one for us to work with?
I think the third one, the
Collaboration?
strategy. Yeah.
Thank you. That is my favorite one to work
okay.
with, because I think at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to be living there,
Yeah.
right? So I want as much of your input in the home that's going to be working for you today.
Okay, appreciate that.
So here's where I'm going to be completely candid. May I be candid with you during this
Sure, please.
discussion? Okay. So we often like to throw around sometimes the term, especially in real estate, that like, hey, we're finding the perfect home for you. This is me being candid with you. There's no such thing as a perfect home. Let me tell you why. Very similar to you buy a car, and first when you buy the car, you're super excited. It's got lights everywhere, and you're like, oh my God, this is the best thing, right? You drive that puppy for a year, and then after a year, what happens? You're like, oh, dang, I should have really gone with the heated seat warmers. I should have gone with the leather instead and upgraded. Right? I should have got the Hyundai for your money. Exactly. So here's what I say to that. And the reason why is because life changes, and as our life changes, then our needs change as well. So the goal is to really get you into the home that fits your needs today. On average, people are shown within the industry anywhere from 6 to 8 homes. That's not my goal. My goal is to get you a home within 4 to 5 homes that we see. We're going to hit the mark, which is why we're taking the time today to get it right. I would hate for you to get this thing that we call analysis paralysis. It's like I show you way too many things. Next thing you know, you're overwhelmed. You're like, what the heck is this, right? So we don't want to do any of those things. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Right about now, when I start to speak to my clients, I can tell the excitement starts getting to you. You're like, all right, I'll be a homeowner pretty soon. But here's what happens. Sometimes fear tries to creep in there, and I don't want you to get the two confused. Because right about now, usually the reality sinks in. People start to think, should I really buy today, or should I wait 6 months from now to buy? And that's that fear talking. And let me address fear right now, okay? Because it's out of here. So there's only 4 potential things that could happen within the market from now and 6 months. So the very first thing that can happen, well, what about if 6 months from now prices go up on the homes and also the rates go up, right? Because those two stick together. If that happens, then you would want to buy today, because 6 months from now, you're going to be paying higher interest and higher price on a home. So nobody wants to do that.
Makes sense.
The second thing is, well, what about if the prices go up but interest rates go down? Okay, maybe so, but even then, you don't want to go and buy a home 6 months from now. Today's still the best bet. Why? Because you're going to be paying a price higher on a home than you would be today. All right, so now what about prices go down? Because everyone's saying, oh, I think the market is going to drop. It's right around the corner. Prices are going to go down. You're hearing that, right? So what if prices go down? Remember, we still got an economy that needs to be stimulated. So more than likely what you'll see is that the rates are going to go up. And if that happens, today is still the best day for you to make the purchase. Why? Because 6 months from now, you're going to be paying a higher interest rate. And again, who wants to do that? Not you.
Not me.
Not you. The fourth thing, and cross your fingers with me, hopefully this happens one day. What about if prices go down and interest rates go down as well? I mean, cross your fingers, because that day when it does come, you know what I'll be doing? I'll be like, you're getting a house, you're getting a house. Everybody's getting houses here. Everybody's getting homes. So considering the market that we're in today and that we live in California, you tell me, do you see that happening realistically, the fourth one?
No.
Probably not. Probably not. So that is why I'm saying to you that your best bet is always today. I'll tell you what one of my mentors always tells me. Anna, the best time for you to buy a house is today and this time last year when you were first contemplating that idea. Got
Makes
it?
sense, yeah.
Makes sense for us,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's kind of shift gears a little bit and let me explain to you what I do and the value that I bring to you. Most people would like to believe that, like, hey, what I do every day is I just kind of look through this database, I find you the right home, I show it to you, and then, like, boom, easy, done, right?
Yeah.
But that couldn't be further from the truth. That's probably about 3 to 5% of what I do. Really, the true value that you gain from me and hiring me as your agent is that I will help you in preparing and writing the offers. But I won't just write the offers. I'll make sure that I delicately write those offers. I write the offers in such a way that not only pique interest, but that actually provoke action from the seller's agent. So I want to write the offer in such a way that it gets accepted and it beats all of the other offers that are out there. I'll make sure that I present those offers and that I also negotiate them once we actually start to get into escrow. Listen, Roman, I'll be candid with you. They didn't nickname me Negociana for nothing, okay?
What?
I know. Some people get
Wow.
this stuff confused. Some people get it confused. They're like, man, she's aggressive. No, I call it passion.
Yeah, I can
Right, I'm
sense
here
it.
for
I
you.
feel it.
Negotiate? Yes, please put me in.
Yeah.
First one there
You
to
had me
do
at
it
hello.
for you. There we go. Right, so I'll make sure that I open escrow, that I manage the transaction. Listen, when it comes to inspections, termites, appraisals, any of that stuff, you let me take care of those things. At this point, I simply want you to allow me to take the wheel and you become my passenger. I just want you to see the view, enjoy the experience of buying a homeowner. And when it comes to speed bumps, road bumps, detours, you let moi take care of that.
I'm sold.
You there with me?
I'm there.
Man, I'm getting excited for you.
I'm getting excited.
Okay,
Let's go.
excellent. So let's talk about representation and what does this exactly mean, right? Because there's going to be a seller's agent, they represent the seller, and then there's going to be the buyer's agent who represents the buyer. That's who I want to be. I don't want to represent the seller, I want to represent you, and I want to look out for your best interest. So think about it this way. It's like if you've gone to court or you ever have to go to court, you wouldn't
A
want
couple
the
times.
same. I hope they're all good stuff. You're good now today?
good.
We're good. Okay, let's just keep going then. But here's the thing, right? If you ever go to court, you wouldn't want the same lawyer representing the defendant and the plaintiff because there could be conflict of interest, some bias in there. Me, I will put your needs before those of anyone else. Also, during escrow, any of this time, before my family even, you come first, and I'll make sure that you are completely satisfied.
All right.
Now, I'm telling you all these great stuff. You're probably thinking, you know what, man, you're gonna be expensive. I can
Yeah,
already
it
feel
crossed- it crossed my mind,
did
yeah,
it?
yeah,
I could
couple
feel it
times.
coming through. But let me just rest assure you on something. You, Roman, will pay me absolutely nothing. I mean, I'm open to like a cup of coffee once in a while
Yeah.
when,
Okay, sure.
but you don't
Gift
pay
card.
me. Yeah, gift card. You don't pay me anything. I actually remember I said Negociana.
Yeah.
Negociana goes to the seller and negotiates her commission with them directly.
Wow.
They're the ones that pay directly, not you. So I don't want you to worry about any of these things. Again, I will make sure that my fiduciary duty is to keep all of your needs and wants in mind and take care of those first before anyone else.
Great.
Cool?
Sounds good.
All right, so what do we need to do then in order to make this legal? Well, this is very similar. This buyer's agreement is very similar to like Facebook. You know when you go to Facebook and you change your relationship status
I have
from
MySpace.
single, MySpace?
Yeah.
Cool. It used to, see my cool thing at some point?
yeah.
But let's just say you go to MySpace, you change your relationship status from single to in a relationship. Now you know stuff is real and it's official. That's the same thing with this buyer's agreement that we need to do. In other words, this is us letting the whole world know that you and I are working together exclusive in this partnership. I'll also make sure that I give you some business cards before we leave here today. So if you do happen to stop by an open house, you hand them this card. And this is almost like that shut it card. Like, here it is. Call her. Questions, comments, concerns. Don't bug me. Call my agent.
Awesome.
That's who I want to be here today. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, I'll have it here in just a second so we make sure that we also take that taken care of. Now, I said earlier today, let's talk about the WIFM. What's in it for me when I become a homeowner? And I want to make sure that I discuss those things with you. First of all, there's appreciation. Right now, when you're renting, you're spending all of this money on your rent. Your landlord is like, thank you, because somebody else is paying that for me. But there's no appreciation into that. In other words, I'll give you an example. I have some clients that I'm working with right now. They bought their home 20 years ago. 20 years ago, they bought it for $200,000. Guess what? Today, it's going on sale for $775,000. All of that money right there, they're going to use it to actually take it out and pay another home cash. That's appreciation. It's like somebody forcing you into a forced savings account almost. Not only that, but you have the flexibility to either grow into a home, grow out of a house, rent it, do whatever you want with it. The ball is in your courtroom and you get to decide what you want to do as your life changes when it comes to your home. There's no rent increases. Nobody's going to come over and knock on your door and tell you, hey, guess what? We just redid the laundromat and the pool, so rent's going up $200. $100 as of January, nobody's going to do that to you because
nice.
you are the owner. You have the opportunity to also have that security, that privacy. Remember Mr. Max that we spoke about earlier, your little dog? Let them roam around for free in that backyard as they wish. If kids come into the picture, let them roam around in there for free. Let them yell, do whatever they want. It's their house now, at least until they're 18 or something, right? But anyways, you get the idea that I'm saying. Not only that, last but not least, you have tax benefits up to $10,000. I always say, speak to your SME, your subject matter expert, when it comes to the tax benefits that you receive. But I want you to know that you also have those available, which is one thing that I ask all of my clients to take a look at as well.
I agree.
Now, if that information wasn't enough to cement everything and make you feel really good about the choice that you're making here today, take a look at this chart, right? Because this chart here tells us year over year where the home market values have gone up year after year, despite, everything that happened in the year 2008 where it kind of caused trauma and anxiety for everyone. Take a look. Prices have continuously gone up, Orange County leading the way. So I want you to feel confident and really good about the decision that you're making here today.
Okay.
All right, Roman. So you can decide to, you know what, Anna, everything sounds really good, but I think I'm going to stay where I'm at. Or you could decide to buy, and you can decide to buy today. What's it going to be?
No, I want to buy today.
Good. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
All right.
Okay. When you work with me and when you hire me as your agent, know that I come with a whole team of people. The list is huge, but I've selected the top 12 that I want to discuss with you. We have a real estate risk management team, which pretty much what that means to you, we have an awesome team of lawyers that can answer any of your questions, whether it's before, during, or after a transaction. And I'll tell you about the enrollment and the fee for that in just a second here. We got mortgage services, home warranty, inspectors, termites, everything, even nanny if you wanted me to get you one.
Wow, really?
I have a whole team that supports us in this whole process, and I want you to just feel really good because I will worry about these things. Don't ever have to worry about it.
Nice.
You let me handle with it, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, now as we're getting ready to close out this section of the presentation here, I want to make sure that when we go in and when we start searching for the homes and actually doing some showings, that we maintain a competitive advantage. And what I mean by that is most people sometimes work backwards when they're searching for a home. In other words, they drive by an open house, they're like, that one looks good, I'm going to stop and I'm going to look at that one. They fall in love with it. And then what happens once they're in there, they say, I want to make an offer. But guess what? They haven't spoken to a lender. They haven't gone through the process of actually knowing, can they afford the home? So when we send them back, like, hey, you got to go get a pre-approval. I have 5 other people coming through my open house ready to make offers that have been pre-qualified. So you and I have to make sure that we maintain that competitive advantage and that we get you pre-qualified before we start going out to see
But you
the
know what?
homes.
I don't want you to run my credit. I don't want my FICO score to drop. So can we just
Yeah.
look at homes and worry about that later?
Yeah, you know what? I totally get it, and I appreciate you saying that to me because this lets me know that you're serious when it comes to your credit and you take care of those things. It's a priority for you, right?
620.
A 620, get it with the 620. I like it. Okay, here's what I want you to feel really good about. With our lender today running your credit at no cost to you, we have nothing to lose and all to gain, especially that peace of mind that we can go into a home and actually go into the home that fits within your budget. I can tell just by the way that you've been conversing back and forth with me today that you're a very determined person. That also lets me know that gray areas are very uncomfortable for you. Yeah. So I know that us going into a home and I would say, I don't know, maybe you qualify, maybe you don't. That's not going to make you feel comfortable. And quite frankly, I don't want to waste your time taking you to homes that aren't going to be within the budget, that fall within your means, okay? So that's why it's important for us that we maintain that competitive advantage. Get you pre-qualified. That way we get a letter from the lender saying, here's your pre-approval letter. When I submit those offers, guess what? It's the offer along with the lender pre-approval. I'll even make the lender call them as well and make sure they let them know you are a solid buyer because that's our
Awesome.
reputation
Run the
here.
credit.
All right, let's do it. And you know what, very quickly before I go get my lender, remember I said the real estate risk management team, and I said I'll tell you about the enrollment and the fees along with it. Let me take care of that for you. After we meet here today, I will call them personally, I'll enroll you, and any fees associated with it, I'll take care of them for you. It's my gift to you. I want you to feel really good throughout this whole transaction.
Okay, great.
And know that we're completely transparent with everything
Okay,
that
awesome.
we do.
Sounds good.
Cool? Okay, so I am excited excited because now we have a solid number. We know exactly what the pre-qualification looks like. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is awesome. We are getting ready to go on like the biggest shopping spree of your life. Like, feel really good when you go into these homes because you got the money now, so we're good. I want to make sure that I send this home with you. This is our QRG. It's a quick reference guide for you.
Awesome.
I've put together a lot of information that I want to make sure you go over when you get back home. First of all, I've included the home buying process. Remember the Domino's app? It tells you where you are in the home buying. This is us right here. So congratulations, we've completed step 1, step 2. Next thing for us to do is to actually start viewing some homes and putting in some offers. And then we'll continue on with our home buying process. Okay?
Okay.
Now, at any point during this time that we go on this journey together, you start to feel like, you know what, I don't know, am I making the right choice or not? I want you to consider this. You told me that you've been paying how much for rent?
$1,500.
$1,500, and you've been renting for the past how many years? Closing costs. Now, again, I'm being transparent with you, but I also did tell you that they don't call me Negotiana for nothing, right? I will make sure that I do my best to negotiate on some of these things, but I like to give them to you anyway so that you're always prepared.
Thank you.
All right, tips for do's and don'ts. Please make sure that you take some time to read through these and understand them. This tells you exactly the things you want to stay away from doing, like don't go on a shopping spree right now to Macy's and open up a new line of credit. Like, make sure that we avoid some of these things. This will allow us to run through a smooth escrow transaction. So this is the one page that I say please take some time to read it and understand it, and let me know what questions may come up for you, okay? All right, here's this next graph that it's kind of confusing, but not really, but very informative, very much detailed. But if you get confused at any point, you can always just give me a call and I will handle it for you. This lets you know the escrow process, what happens, the first thing, the second thing, third, fourth, and fifth. Remember when I said earlier today that I want to take the driver's seat, just take the wheel?
Yeah.
I will manage this is what I'm talking about. I
Okay.
will manage this whole entire piece, and I simply want you to enjoy the process.
Good.
But I like for this stuff to be included in here for you. Okay, so now let's take a look here, Roman. I know that when you met with our lender, there are specific items that they asked you to bring back. I've attached the list of items that we need to get here. I do have a Friday available. I have a 9 o'clock and a 1 o'clock to make sure that we get you in and bring in these items. What time works best for you?
You know what? Can we just look at houses first and then we'll bring that stuff later?
Okay, well, here's again, remember going back to what we said. We want to make sure that when we're going in there, we're maintaining our competitive advantage. I'm not wasting your time by showing you homes that we think we might get approved for. No, we got to do this solid. Confidence, 2 feet in all the way through. Okay, so I just want to make sure you feel really good. Let's get this information in here and let's get this thing started because I want to make sure that we get to see some homes pretty soon here.
Okay, sounds good.
So 9 o'clock or 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
Okay, 1 o'clock. And so because you're going to come in on Friday, 1 o'clock, why don't we do Saturday? We start to look at some homes.
Sounds good.
Okay, Saturday, do you want to do early in the morning, start at 10, or would you also like to go with 1 o'clock?
No, let's do 10 Saturday.
Okay, 10 Saturday. So again, remember 1 o'clock Friday, and then 10 a.m. we're going to start on Saturday viewing homes.
Got it.
Okay. Now, again, remember, we're going to go onto Facebook. We're changing our relationship status, or sorry, MySpace. We're changing our relationship status from single to...
Married? Almost?
Almost
Okay.
in a relationship, if you want to take it that
Okay.
way, right? And so this is the buyer's agreement. What I simply need from you is just a signature and a date. Let me tell you what it outlines. It's my commitment, which I've already discussed with you. And then from you, all I'm asking for is 4 months of the commitment for us to stay married, I guess, in this
Okay.
thing, together here. Look, if
Prenup,
within 4 months, I don't get you into the home that's meant for you, then something's wrong with me. I'm not doing my job, or we need to realign on some expectations. I am confident that I will get you into a home within the next 45
Awesome.
days. Cool?
All right.
All right, so go ahead and sign that for me there. Great. And just so that you know, again, transparency is key all the time with us. I've also included our cancellation form. For any reason, I don't know, something takes a weird twist between our relationship, this form is always included in there. We can always have a chat around it if we need to make a different decision about the
Okay.
way we're
Sounds
partnering
good.
together. Okay, very good. Let me make sure that I give you some business cards. This is going to set you up.
thank
This
you.
is like your card right here. You can make it rain, shut it card, however you want to use it. But use those anytime you view homes or you speak to other agents to let them know that we're in this
Okay.
partnership together now, okay? All right, now, because I'm a little bit infatuated with Storytime and Mr. Rogers, as you can clearly see by my presentation here today, Roman, who do you know that would also benefit from gaining this presentation that I can meet with them?
Oh, wow. I have a cousin. I have a friend.
who's your cousin?
Neighbor. You don't know him.
Okay.
Let me tell you his name.
Oh, okay, perfect. Sounds good. All right, well, I want to again.